In the world of exploitation cinema, advertising is paramount. Not that one, that one. After all, what is an exploitation film other than an independent film that tries to get an audience by promising that audience something the mainstream won't deliver? This promising happens through advertising. Some exploitations deliver on those promises, and some don't. As David F. Friedman was fond of saying, you sell the sizzle, not the steak. If the steak is satisfying, cool, but it's that sizzle that brought you in and we got your money at the door. If you didn't like the steak, no problem, don't worry, come back next week. Next week, we'll get a steak for you that will blow you away. You've never had anything like it. So, does this week's movie deliver? Well, stay tuned to this review. You've never seen anything like it. Welcome to Exploitation Reviews, and me, Rob, and today I'm taking a look at Satan's Cheerleaders from 1977. This film comes to us from director Greydon Clark. We all know him as the director of the 80s teen romp set in the arcade, Joysticks, which I talked about a while back. Let's see how he did with the cheerleaders. We open on a man in the dark, and I'm not talking about someone who gets their news from Facebook. Not sure what he's up to here, and then we're into some credits. What? Dean Cundey shot this? He's the cinematographer behind a ton of movies I'm sure you know. Halloween, Back to the Future, Jurassic Park, and let's not forget his career highlight, Ilsa, harem keeper of the oil sheiks. Credits over, we're on the beach. Some cheerleaders are practicing a cheer, then some boys join them for a game of tackle football. One pair go off behind some rocks to play touch football.
Illegal use of hands.
The cheerleaders end their beach day on some deep thoughts.
Hey, what's the matter with Patty? Nothing, she's thinking. Why would anyone want to do that?
That night, we're back with a man in the dark. He calls upon Satan to protect him from the people who make fun of him. That guy's pretty old to still care about what bullies say. You'd think he'd be used to it by now. So we learn that this loser is the high school's janitor. The next day, he's busy cleaning up a TP job thanks to a rival school, and the cheerleaders have to get ready for a game.
Listen, if we have to get into our outfits now, why don't we shower here before we go?
That's the best idea I've heard yet in this movie. But, of course, even though showers are, by definition, clean, you can't watch them here.
Man, I just work here.
If only there were another way. Don't know what to tell you. But maybe this is a good time to tell you about Patreon. For just $3, you can get access to Patreon versions of my reviews. There are a few other bits and bobs over there as well. Link is in the description. I will say, though, that the shower scene in this movie leaves a lot to be desired. I mean, look how they filmed this. I didn't crop it like that. That's the movie. Here's a pro tip to you filmmakers out there. If I can show most of your shower scene on YouTube, it sucks.
I suppose you think I'm some kind of degenerate.
So the girls head to the game, and the janitor rubs his medallion on their clothes.
What?
And that's not a euphemism, that's what's happening on the screen. And his medallion has some sort of magic powers. He uses it later to cause the cheerleaders to have an accident, which is all part of his plan to kidnap them. But the plan runs into a snag when the janitor can no longer control his truck. Someone, it seems, or something, is in control of that vehicle now.
Could it be Satan?
Well, the group are led to this site, and this statue has color grading powers. Ooh, spooky. These colors don't agree with the janitor.
He's dead.
And so we're about halfway through the movie, and since the janitor is dead, we've suddenly ran out of whatever this movie had for a plot. What now? Well, the cheerleaders want to report the dead janitor, so they go to the sheriff. Sheriff Beelzebub. That sounds kinda familiar. Beelzebub? Who does that remind me of?
Could it be Satan?
Well, it turns out that janitor isn't dead, and he knows the sheriff. So, the plot is not only back, but has been thickened. I do so like thick plots. So it turns out the sheriff wants to sacrifice a virgin as part of a black rite. Might be fun to watch a black rite, but I'd much rather see a return of the black left.
I think he's got a point.
All power to all the people. Regardless, a question presents itself. If the sheriff wants to sacrifice a virgin, why is he targeting cheerleaders? Maybe he, like the janitor, didn't get invited to the right parties in high school. He must be a loser too. I suppose that's obvious though. He is a cop.
I can't believe you, Rob.
I don't like cops.
But I will say, to the movie's credit, that the cheerleaders also point out to the sheriff his flawed understanding of what cheerleaders are like.
Is she the unsoiled maiden? Is she the one chosen to be your bride?
Are you kidding, man? I'm no maiden. I've been a cheerleader for 3 years.
The truth.
So the girls will attempt an escape, but there's a larger conspiracy at work here. But again, these cheerleaders aren't completely helpless. And that's enough out of me as far as plot goes. Let's talk some highlights. There is a good idea in here somewhere. The film is a combination of those light and breezy teen hangout films like Van Nuys Boulevard or Malibu Beach that shifts into a exploitation horror thriller with a splash of satanic panic. That's not a bad idea. The girls are cute, and the dialogue is sometimes pretty funny.
You, what do you know about women?
I'm very well read, and I dream a lot.
But, as I often say, when it comes to writing, ideas don't matter as much as people think. Execution is what matters. You can have a simple idea, sheriff wants to protect people from a shark, and make one of the best movies ever made, or make one of the worst movies ever made. It's all in the execution. Satan's Cheerleaders doesn't execute its idea very well. Like a janitor rubbing his medallion in the locker room, it has some shortcomings. Well, as a drive-in teen hangout exploitation film, boo! This thing is so tame. All we get in the drive-in department is some brief flashes in a locker room and some innuendo-laden dialogue. And come on, innuendo? What were they trying to do, make a YouTube video? So that part of the movie, kind of a fail. How about the exploitation Satan cult part? Well, that was maybe a bit better. There was some tension with the sheriff, I'll give it that, but that's not giving it too much. There was plenty of boring stuff too, lots of walking around, for example. So did Satan's Cheerleaders deliver? Nah, not really. From the poster and title, I wanted a story about Satan-worshipping cheerleaders who get up to no good. We didn't get that movie at all. The movie we did get about a cult who kidnaps cheerleaders could have still worked, but it didn't. That's alright, come back next week. Next week, I'll have a review for you that will blow you away.